Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at some more Fighting Cup battles, and we're going to be using Toxicroak. We're using the same team, okay? We're just going to be focusing on Toxicroak. I just continued on using it, and, well, I just kept getting 5-0s, and 4-1s, and 3-2s, and, of course, with Hakamo and Heracross. If you don't have yourself a Hakamo, folks, you need to get one. This thing is incredible. So take a look at the lead. A Combustion with Peck. And we were using a Heracross, which is going to be 4 times weak to that. So we're still pulling it off. Alright, well, we're not pulling anything off yet. They've used a shield, and, well, we got a bunch of energy. We've got 1 Pokemon left. And again, Toxicroak, the highlight here. So here we go. If you have a Toxicroak and some shields, you're going to be looking pretty good, especially if you have a shielded advantage. And they have their own Toxicroak in the back here. Folks, we still got 2 shields left. Are we going to take this win? And we do with 2 shields. Let's get it. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. Next battle, we're met with Machamp with our Heracross. And this is a fantastic lead for us, of course. Rock Slide is going to be doing a decent amount of damage, so we need to look out for that. Now, some of you were asking, why didn't I use Glade or Machamp? Well, if you haven't noticed, they're not in Go Battle League right now because they are banned. Could you imagine Glade with Confusion and Stab, and then Machamp just straight up just countering everything down, just throwing Psychic Power Punch? I mean, that would just be ridiculous. So yeah, good thing they did ban it. So we're just looking at the #1 Hakamo. That's what it's going to be. Alright, back into the fight here. Our Toxicroak, star of the show, up against an Hisuian Sneasler. And, well, it does have Aerial Ace. We're going to be able to survive it and then still get off our Mud Bomb here. So Hisuian Sneasler is going to be pretty good. So is Sneasler, because they do have Aerial Ace, which is going to be super effective to everything in this cup here. Alright, so we got a Toxicroak back here, and our Dragon Tail on our Hakamo is doing amazing. Always doing a ton of damage to everything and getting to another one, and it farms extremely quick. And if you haven't seen my last video on your Hakamo, you do not need a secondary move for the Fighting Cup. If you're using it in the Open Great League, that's another story. But for this cup, you don't need it, just to let you know, because it is expensive. Next battle, we're met with a Hitmonchan. Although we do resist counter, they're going to be able to hit us with Fire Punch, which will take us out, especially if it is Shadow. So they're calling the Rock Blast bluff and letting it go, and they're hitting us with a Fire Punch and taking us out. Yeah, bringing in our Hakamo here, and got some beautiful lag. Take a look at our health. Bam. No, that's some bull BS. We would have been able to take them out a whole lot sooner. They got in so many quick moves. This game is busted. It's going to be funny to watch the Worlds. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Anyways, they got a Hisuian Sneasler and a Toxicroak that they're bringing into the battle here. And with the Toxicroak, if you do have an energy advantage, you're going to be able to take control of the battle. Simple as that. I do believe, I mean, Hakamo is amazing. It is ranked #1 apparently, but I feel like Toxicroak is it's just about there too. Alright, so we're getting their last shield, and we still have one left on our Toxicroak here. Going to go ahead and shield this Mud Bomb up and get to it. Let's go and take them out here. We should be able to take control of this fight, and we still have our Hakamo with plenty of health. They're coming back into the battle with their Hisuian Sneasler. They almost farmed us down. I think if they would have done that, they could have won. Pretty sure we take that win. All right, looking good. Yeah, they could have farmed us down there. Next battle, we're going to be seeing a Hitmonchan Shadow. Again, sounds good. Let's see what we have. Again, we're going to have to look out for that Fire Punch. Now, it will KO us at this point here. If it is Fire Punch, it is an Ice Punch. We survive, and I'm just going to get off the close combat. Might as well. I mean, at this point, it's not like we can bait or anything like that. So we take them out. They let it go. Sounds good. And they're bringing in their Hakamo. So we're going to have a Dragon battle in the Fighting Cup here. So let's go. We snuck in a Dragon Tail. The damage is going to register as soon as this goes through. There it is. Beautiful. So we're looking great. They also snuck one through as well. But we're looking amazing here with that Toxicroak in the back. I mean, you're going to be all right here. So we're going to absolutely let this go. Taking us out here. Farming up with the Toxicroak. They're immediately swapping. I do believe we're ahead on 1 counter. So what we need to do is when they throw their Mud Bomb, we need to sneak a counter through. Usually it always happens. There it is. Beautiful. It's over. That's a wrap, folks. So we simply shield this up. We will beat them to the next Mud Bomb, and it will KO them. And then we should simply be able to just counter down their Hakamo. You know, I think I want to make my shiny Toxicroak simply for this cup, for the celebration of it. Let's go. We're seeing the Fighting Cup for the first time, and this is awesome. All right, so we have a mirror match here. And, well, We're just going to build up a little bit of extra energy, trying to sneak in that quick move counter. There we go. And they are throwing close combat, which is crazy. So they're going to be retreating into their throw, which does have Zen Head, but super effective too. Everything in this cup. We're going to go for the close combat, go into our Hakamo, and see if we can just quick move down. That's exactly what we're going to do. Let this body slam go. It's not going to do that much damage. Looking great. Throws attack isn't that great, right? Coming back into the fight with their Heracross, and Toxicroak's going to be able to handle the back like it usually does here. All right, let's go ahead and let this go. Is Rock Blast even going to be enough? And we actually get to another Dragon Tail. With this thing is so good. It was well worth the investment. That secondary move stung after I realized, what am I doing? Why did I even purchase that? I don't even need that. All right, so we have the Heracross just going to throw that close combat. Whereas Toxicroak finally making its appearance here, getting to the Mud Bomb, and we're going to be taking the win with it like we usually do at the end. Let's go. Still holding on to one shield. And I do believe that is, I think this might be a 4-1, 5-0. Let's see what we have. 5-0. Okay, well, there you go. There's that 5-0 I was talking about. And we got another one in the other video. I mean, yeah, I'm telling you, this team is quite freaking amazing, folks. So let's keep it going here and move on to our next one, leading with Heracross for the entire video. Met with a Poliwrath, which is going to be able to hit us with either Scold or Ice Punch. Either way, they're going to be both doing a decent amount of damage in this great league here. Going to let the first one go, hitting me with an Ice Punch, so we can survive the next one. While their quick move is not very effective, we don't really need to worry about that damage. Going for a Rock Blast, they call the bluff and let it go. Very nice. Now, if they do hit us with the Scold here, that would probably be over for us, but it's an Ice Punch, and they snipe us with their Toxicroak. Okay, okay. Now, at this point, I got a little agitated, thinking, ooh, okay, I think it got me here. All right, so what am I going to do? Don't want to allow you to get too much energy, so I started to figure out a plan. What we're going to do is let this go. Very nice. We actually are almost able to get to another one, but they throw their energy here, which is perfect. So we're getting rid of their Toxicroak, probably one of the biggest, weaknesses to my Toxicroak because of the Mud Bomb. Threats, I should say. So we got 2 shields, and they're bringing in a Surfetch, and I figured, well, this is a fighting cup. We got Toxicroak, Poison type. I think we're going to be okay with 2 shields over here. And at this point, I do believe they either closed their app or they just got screwed over. I'm going to say, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when they're in a winning position and then all of a sudden it looks like they're going to lose, then all of a sudden they just stop attacking. But you never know with this busted app. I have my feelings about it, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, shout out to this trainer here. It is a patron. All right, so let's see what they have going on here. Leading with their Sneasler, which is going to be resisting fighting. Another great one, which is also going to be difficult to obtain to actually get into this league. You're going to have to trade it to have the IVs drop, and then you should be able to use it here. So this is still fine. Losing the lead isn't particularly bad in the Fighting Cup. I'm going to have to say it's almost better in a way if you know how to play around it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go for our Dragon Tail. They're bringing in a Toxicroak. So far they have 2 Pokemon resisting fighting. I like your style. They know what's up. Let's get it. So they're going to be going for Mud Bomb. We're going to shield that up because it does do a decent amount of damage. Going for another Dragon Claw. Do we get the other shield? And yes, we do. Now at this point, we are going to just let them counter us down, unfortunately. But I figured we should be okay here. We simply shield this up. What you got in the back? A Heracross. Okay, so they got 3 Pokemon that are resisting fighting. That is a very good strategy. We're going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb, though. Toxicroak says, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to take that win. And Toxicroak finishing it off. And there is our friendship interaction at the end. Very nice, good stuff, buddy. Moving on to our next opponent, met with a Hitmonchan. This is a good lead regular, so we're not going to be taking as much damage as opposed to the Shadow. And we're still dealing out a ton to it. I mean, Shadow or non-Shadow Hitmonchan, they're both are squishy in the Great League here. So they are shielding up that Rock Blast, which is great. We're going to let this go, and it is a Fire Punch, and it just about KOs us, unfortunately. And also, they're going to be able to gain a little bit of farm. So we're going to have to just, I'm just thinking they're going to hit me with Ice Punch. They got Fire Punch, Ice Punch, but they hit me with Fire Punch again. It doesn't matter. I mean, I was calling an Ice Punch, and it is what it is. At least we're coming out of here with energy. And like we described, losing the lead in the Fighting Cup isn't all that devastating, really. So they are shielding it up, and I do decide to swap into my Toxicroak, and they are going to be making a swap into their Poliwrath here, going straight for that Sludge Bomb. Shields are down. So here's the thing. If we shield this up, then they're going to hit us with a Mud Bomb. So we have to let this go, and unfortunately, we're pretty much done anyway. All right, it's all coming down to our Hakamo. Can it handle the situation for us? We're going to be using our last shield here. We got to. We're getting to the Dragon Claw. Is this going to be enough to take out the Toxicroak? And it's not. One more Dragon Tail it is. And I'm telling you, this thing is amazing. Let's keep it moving here. This team is doing so well. And we're met with a throw, which, I mean, we're just going to have to stay here. Everything's going to be weak to its Zen Headbutt. It's not like it's getting stabbed, so it's not a massive threat. Going to go for the Rock Blast right off the bat. If they let this go, that's no good. All right, beautiful. Get in that shield with the Rock Blast. So they're going to hit us with the Body Slam. We're going to go ahead and shield that up and then get to a... Well, they're swapping, so we're going to go ahead and make a swap into our Hakamo and see what we have going on. I'll let this go here. Do believe it's just going to be a Mud Bomb. Yeah, it was a little quick. And the nice thing about going up against these poison types with the Hakamo is that you're just hitting them with neutral Dragon Tail. So, and it's getting stabbed. Gotta love it. Bringing in a Poliwrath. And oh, look, I go for this stupid... I need to... Oh man, there's no way to remove it. There's no way to freaking remove it. You know what I'm going to do? You'll see. Let's just put it that way. All right, so let's bring in our Heracross here and just go ahead and just absorb that. Actually getting to the Rock Blast just to do some chip damage here before we do go down. They're bringing in Throw to absorb it. Toxicroak is going to be taking the most damage from that Zen Headbutt because it is poison and fighting. But we're actually able to counter down Throw, shield up the Poliwrath, and take the win here with the Toxicroak yet again for the win. Let's get it, folks. Let's see what we're going to get this time. I do believe it's like 4-1. Yeah, nice 4-1 here. I'm telling you, this team will help you rise up. So it is going to be pretty crazy too, because we're going to be getting those extra battles with the Fighting Cup here. So yeah, yippee, let's get it, folks. Moving on to our next opponent, we're going to be met with Hakamo. All right, let's see what we can do here up against it with our Heracross. We're both doing neutral damage with our quick move. They don't resist counter, we don't resist Dragon Tail, and it's just going to be a little bit of a damage fest here. So we're going to go for the close combat. Let's see if they want to shield up. They're catching it with their Heracross. That was a very nice catch. Well played, well played. But we're getting to the Mud Bomb before they can get to a charge move here. Taking out the Heracross with not very effective Mud Bomb. They're still holding on to both of their shields here and bringing back their Hakamo, and they're getting to a Dragon Tail here. Now here's the thing, do we want to shield this up? Yeah, we're going to shield it up. And at that point, I kind of wanted to farm down, but they were going to be able to beat me to it. So down they go, still holding on to two shields, coming in with a Hitmonchan. So I think we're going to be able to pull this one off. It's just going to be kind of close because they're going to be able to farm up a lot of energy. And, well, if they're throwing their energy here, we're good to go. So I take that back. And hitting us with a Power Punch. So now their attack just rose. And the Hakamo is not going to be resisting the fighting. So it doesn't really matter though, because the Dragon Tail is just doing way too much. Figure they're going to go for another one of those. And at this point, it's just going to be best to just quick move them down. And we're taking that win. Moving on to our next opponent, met with a Sneasler. So we got two things that are not very well. No, actually, their Shadow Claw is just going right through us. It is not getting stabbed, but it's doing plenty. And they have Aerial Ace. So yeah, this is definitely a not great position to be in. So yeah, Sneasler is going to be a pretty good option for this cup, I would say. Yeah, one of the best for sure because of that Aerial Ace as well as the Shadow Claw that it does have. So let's see, gonna go ahead and let it go down here. We've used one shield and so have they. I'm just hoping we can farm them down, and we do. So here we go. We're not in a bad position whatsoever. Bring it in. Farfetch'd, and it does have Fury Cutter, so it's not really too much of a threat, to be honest. You do have to look out for their nuke move, so I guess that is on the table. And we're going to let that go. Leaf Blade, not very effective to our Dragon. Going for a Dragon Claw while the Dragon Tail is just doing massive damage to that thing. And they have a Surfetch'd in the back. Two Ducks on the team. Bringing in Toxicroak to counter down. And they didn't get off a charge, but we take that win. Let's get it. Moving on to our next battle, folks, with that Heracross in the lead. And we're met with a Hisuian Sneasel. So let's see. They got Poison Jab here. I'm pretty sure that's all you would want to run on the Hisuian Sneasel. So we're going to go for the Rock Blast. Not very effective, and they called it. Yeah, but I mean, they don't need it. No, Rock Blast is not very effective, and so is Close Combat, so they don't have to worry about anything. And down we go from the Aerial Ace that one does also have. And I'm hoping I can farm down this time. We cannot, so we're going to have to use a shield, and now we're going to be down a shield. But the thing is, we're going to be coming out of here with energy, so more than likely we'll get a shield right back here in just a moment. And it is a Poliwrath. We're not going to mess up and go for the other charge move. I can't believe we have that on there. So we get a shield and swap into the Toxicroak. And we're just going to go ahead and let this go here. And it is an Ice Punch, so good thing I did. And that would, kind of been of a waste of a shield here. Going for the Mud Bomb, and Toxicroak's going to do its thing, getting the last shield. Now, I think we may want to shield this up here. Yeah, calling that, well, not calling it, just simply shielding it up. So since they do have a Toxicroak, we're going to be able to not beat them. I swear I had more energy. So Toxicroak, unfortunately, is going to be going down, and it's all up to the Hakamo-o. Can it pull this one off for us? Going for the Dragon Claw, and not quite taking them out. Down they go. Oh my goodness, this is going to be close. And we take the win with our Dragon. This thing is always putting in the work, as well as Toxicroak, Heracross. An amazing team, and I say go ahead and try it out. You'll love it. Hopefully you have these Pokemon to use it with, and I'm having a blast. Fighting types are my favorite, folks. I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!